Joining me on the podcast right now from the Crawford Partnership, it's David Zach. He's the president and CEO, and 2.5 months of being the president and CEO, right?
Absolutely. Good morning, Randy. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's been a lot of fun. I'm getting to know a lot of people and getting a sense of how we're gonna move the partnership forward. So really enjoying it.
So so you got to see a lot of Crawford County, right?
Yeah, I'm. One of our top value is community focus. I think that should be communities focus because we got 2/3 of the population, a lot more businesses really in 4 communities. We got Bucyrus, Gallion, Crestline, and New Washington, and along with the townships that kind of call it the Big Five. So I'm getting touching base with all those and physically on site every week in all of those places. And what I'm seeing is really exciting. A lot of great things going on, and getting to know the elected officials and the leaders, and that takes time. But I'm really been made to feel welcome and excited to do the work.
Good.
So it's fun.
Now, where are you headquartered out of?
We're headquartered out of here in Bucyrus, but we have a Gallion annex office in the chamber location. And Crestline, we're in the City Hall when we need to be working, and we work out of the New Washington Library.
Wow, okay.
I was just there yesterday late.
Right.
So yeah, we have, but our building, the building we're in and most of the team is in is here in Bucyrus, right across from the courthouse.
How does the economy look right now in Crawford County?
Yeah, it's one thing is I look at the unemployment. So we're a little bit higher than some of our surrounding counties. Where there's always a couple month lag when you get the data, but the June data we're at 5%. So if you look at Wyandotte, they're at 3%, Richland's in the 4s. But that being said, the businesses that I'm talking to, the large majority are looking to hire, are looking to invest, and thinking about projects. And there's a bigger lag there. If you got companies that are active and thinking about it, it could be a year later when those come to pass. So I feel like the pipeline's strong based on the small number of visits we've done already. I'm surprised in a great way how much activity there is, and I think that really bodes well for Crawford County. I think people are gonna be excited to see the economic and community development that takes place over the next several months and over the next year.
You talk about when a company wants to come in, it could be a year before they hire. It could be longer than that. It could be just sometimes it takes a couple of years for them to figure out what's going on or what they want to do, and a lot of times you don't even know who the company is, right?
Yeah, well, I in most cases we do, although sometimes when we're working with consultants or we're working with the state, we don't know who they are. But you're right, it's typically between 6 months, which is quick, and 2 years, a longer process, not only for companies wanting to come in, but even for existing companies. It's not a overnight kind of thing. So you're right, it takes a long time for these deals to come to pass.
So how does it work? Is a company that they're looking to come into maybe the Crawford County area, do they get a hold of you guys first? Is that how that works? Or
we get engaged. They come to us all kinds of ways. There may be a company that's looking statewide, and then we usually come into the mix through Regional Growth Partnership, which represents the state in Northwest Ohio. And so because we're the local economic development agent, they bring us in. Sometimes we get people calling us directly or seeing our name on the website. Sometimes it's a referral. Someone said, hey, you ought to talk to the partnership because they know what we do. We help companies find places to operate. We help companies get resources. We help them navigate government regulations. We're like, okay, this like your concierge. Just go in and they'll help take care of you, setting up your business, starting your business, expanding your business, locating your business. So yeah, we get them from a lot of different places, and then our partners. So whether it's the elected officials, or I'd say last but not least, we go out there directly to our existing businesses and ask them what's going on. And sometimes, ideally they're thinking about something, and then you can start to positively influence that and give them the information and the ammunition they need to say, wow, it's great, I want to continue to stay here and grow here. And so that's what we're trying to do.
Now Intel, they're talking about they're going to build the Columbus area, a big plant.
New Albany. Yep.
Will that affect Crawford County at all?
I think it's going to affect the entire state of Ohio in the same way that Honda did. I think it's a once-in-a-generation kind of project. I think you're going to see 2 things. You're going to see a huge demand for housing, which is we need more housing as is. I think you're going to just see a huge influx of people, and those folks. We're only an hour away, so you're going to see this become whether it's Gallion or Bucyrus or Crestline or out in the county, you're going to see a need for housing. And second of all, as with Honda on the economic development front, you're going to see suppliers. You're going to see other companies looking for places to go where they can supply. And as with Honda, you have automotive suppliers throughout the entire state supplying Honda in Marysville or in one of their other kind of central Ohio locations. So you're going to see a big impact over many years.
Yeah, that's really going to help out the areas, and then it's incredible that they're building it that close to Crawford County, right?
Absolutely, it's incredible. So we're going to work and are working hard to how do we set ourselves up to best take advantage of that.
So how's things go? I mean, you said 2.5 months in the job.
Yeah.
So do you try to get around to every place? I mean, have you been able to get around to a lot of places in the 2.5 months?
Yeah. So both in terms of just being on the ground every week and meeting with the mayors and meeting with the commissioners. Been to the First Fridays in Bucyrus and the music at the art park, and been to the Third Fridays in Galleon, and you have
Right.
Events in different communities trying to sample the restaurants and talk to the businesses. Yeah, I have made it really my number one priority is to make sure that I do get out there and am really getting a sense, because I think each of our major communities has a different personality and a different flavor and a different group of people. And so in order to be effective as a countywide organization, I think we need to be really plugged in and be there. I say half of it's showing up. So we have to be there physically and talking to people. It was great. I remember I was at the Third Friday in Galleon a little bit ago and met Amber Wertman with United Way.
Amber was on with me yesterday.
Was it the 1803? They were celebrating just having successfully completed fundraising. They met the Historic Society person, Tanisha, who was telling me about Bishop Brown and all this. It's the stories are just amazing. Or I'm over in Crestline and Linda Horning, the mayor's taking me around, or talking to Tom O'Leary, who's talking about such economic development experience, where he wants to go. Or just being in Bucyrus is great, right? Whether it's with Jeff Reeser, or we were just celebrating the big, kind of the parks, getting the Norton Bicentennial Park, getting a total more than 500,000, but in particular the land bank money that just came through, that was 352,000, and kind of seeing it was my first time kind of seeing it, but it's just great. Yeah, so I think that's really important for us, and I think what I'm trying to do is make sure that the partnership is present and serving all those communities in an effective way.
Anything you'd like to see here for Crawford County in the next year or so?
I'd love to see great collaboration. I'd love to see a robust local economy where our businesses are thriving, growing, and investing. I'd love to see us continuing to move forward on workforce development. In terms of individual projects, we look where the opportunities are coming, right? So we want to work with any companies that want to come in. I want to see, it would be great to see the spec building go up in Galleon. That was slated, hopefully by the end of the year. Would like to see some additional industrial park developments. We have capacity. I would like to see us nationally ranked among the top 100 communities. We've done that twice in the last 10 years. I'd like that to happen for, be one of the 100 best 600 small communities in America, a rural county. So I'd like to see that.
Oh yeah. So, well, David, it's great to have you in.
Always, it's my set. I mean, it's great. I was just telling you, it's like this is like a touchstone for me. I feel like I know I'm time's clicking by, but appreciate what you all do here. It's fantastic, both online and on the radio as well.
Well, David, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks, Randy. Really appreciate it.